You can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Art of Political Discourse. Let's get right to it. Welfare. Who does it serve? Why should it serve or assist those who say they need it? All right. What is welfare there for? Also, there's the consideration that welfare, it can be abused. All right. You have people who are on welfare who become addicted to welfare. That's, the game or the hustle, whatever the case may be. We know in the Black community, though, that welfare is something that we can't necessarily get over on. You know what I mean? In terms of how welfare is applied, it's applied to certain demographics differently. That's what I needed to say. That being said, I have a clip that's going to show a difference in terms of how welfare assistance is applied to, different ethnic groups or demographics. All right. That being said, let's get to this clip. But before I do, please like, share, follow, comment, and subscribe to the Art of Political Discourse. You guys' participation and viewership with this channel, it allows us to find more informative and educational content for you, the viewer. Now, that being said, let's get to this because I think it's very important. I think it's very important. Here we go. This is courtesy of Tyler.
You work for Hamas?
I don't want my kids should play in the house of a secular guy.
As you can see, this concerns the Hasidic Jews, okay?
This is Kiryas Joel. A village of 44,000 Hasidic Jews in upstate New York that primarily speak Yiddish have an average of 7 kids per family. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids? It's one of the poorest towns in America, with 40% living beneath the federal poverty line. Many men here are religiously studying the Torah full-time.
Now, did you guys catch that statistic? 40 to 6% living below the poverty line. But pay attention, okay?
And heavily rely on public assistance and welfare in the form of Medicaid, housing vouchers, food stamps, and cash.
Wait a minute. Did that say 93%? One second.
And welfare in the form of Medicaid.
New data. 93% in Kiryas Joel on Medicaid, okay?
Housing vouchers, food stamps, and cash aid to support their giant families that God commanded them to have. And the village enforces strict gender roles, modest dress codes, and sends their kids to private religious schools. And why is it okay for Jewish people to live together in a homogenous Jew-only community, but it's illegal when white people try to build their own? I pulled up.
As well as blacks, okay? It's also we see in the news that certain Black communities or Black villages, want to be their own, directors want to live their own lives, are being pushed against. It's being said that it's unlawful to a great extent, or it's segregation. Those types of terms are being used. We see it being used against some white communities who want to be all white, exclusively white. Again, we see that in some Black communities where blacks go and buy, large swaths of land, and they want to construct on this land Black only communities. All right. But again, they're being pushed against to do this. Here we have in Kiryas Joel, a village of nothing but Hasidic Jews. But there's more to it. And in fact, let me go on and say that this is going to be maybe a 2 or 3 part piece, all right? Because this is kind of deep. So let's get back to this.
Up to Kiryas Joel myself to see what's going on. Welcome to Kiryas Joel, a traditional community of modesty and values. In keeping with our traditions and religious customs, we kindly ask that you dress and behave in a modest way while visiting our community. This includes wearing long skirts or pants, covered necklines, sleeves past the elbow, use appropriate language, maintain gender separation in all public areas. Thank you for respecting our values. Let's pop in here and say shalom. Lots of people praying. Hi. Shalom. Okay, so it says entrance for members only. Not sure what it takes to be a member. What does it take to be a member? Do I have to be Jewish to enter? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the schedule exactly, but 9 o'clock sharp, they're not at work. What is this? Okay, so I guess everyone's praying right now. So you got to wonder what these people do for employment. You'll notice the Mexicans out here are doing the hard labor, and the Jewish people, I'm not sure what they do. Maybe we can ask this guy. Excuse me. What do most people do for work out here? You don't know? All right, cold shoulder. Question for you, sir. How long do people pray per day?
Maybe 6 hours.
Okay, what do people do for work?
I'm not a news reporter. We have to.
Okay, what do you do for work? Okay, you don't want to talk? How many hours a day do they pray?
3 hours a day.
Do people have 9 to 5s?
Yes.
Like what industries are they involved in here?
Construction or other type of industries.
And what do you do?
I'm a student and also I'm doing home care.
What are you studying?
I'm studying TORAH.
TORAH?
Yes.
How old are you?
Our holy TORAH.
And who pays for education?
I try to work on overtime.
Overtime?
Yes.
Where do you work overtime?
I work home care.
Home care?
Night, yes.
Is it like, do you have kids?
I have kids, yes.
How many kids?
3.
How do you afford to raise 3 kids while being a student?
Because I work very hard. I want to study the Torah. I'm very proud.
How do you afford to study the Torah, though?
God help me.
Does the American taxpayer help you too?
Also, yes.
Yep. How many people out here are on like welfare in the form of like housing assistance or Section 8 or EBT, SNAP, Medicare?
Yes.
And that allows you to study the Torah
Yes.
and raise your kids?
Yes. Thank
And
you.
how many kids do?
Now that's government assistance, okay? What some people call it general relief, others call it appropriately by its name, welfare.
Most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what the Torah says. That
So the allegation is it is a welfare addiction over there in Kiryas Joel, welfare addiction and or either allegedly welfare fraud.
you need to be multiple and fruitful.
Wow. And do you think there's welfare abuse in the community out here?
No.
No, because they actually have the kids?
Yes.
They have the kids. Do they get tax credits for the kids?
What they get, but they are all doing to keep our Torah. Yes.
So isn't that then fraud? You work and you receive welfare? I don't think it really works like that. Ask most blacks, is that really how it works? And I'm sure they'll tell you, hell no. If you work, you don't get welfare.
Keep the Torah.
Yes.
And what are your thoughts on people out there who can barely afford to have one kid?
If they want, they can have one. But if God's given them more, it's very proud.
Okay, shout out God.
Yes.
Okay.
One thing, we are very against the state of Israel. It's a very big problem for us.
So you guys don't approve of a state of Israel before the Messiah comes, right?
Yes. Zionism is not Judaism. It's a very other thing.
Question for you, sir. What do you do for work out here? Are you on the phone? Or are you listening to the radio? Okay. Damn, it's tough to get some answers out of folks. What do you do for work?
Nothing.
How do you make money?
My wife.
Your wife? What does she do for work?
What is this?
Interview. Good to meet you. For YouTube. So your wife works and you study the Torah?
Have a good day.
How many kids do you have?
Have a good day.
How many children do you have? Okay, thank you. Well, that was fascinating. Excuse me. Do you study Torah? Torah?
No.
What do you do for work? Do you have a job? Does your wife work? Are you a student of the Torah?
Yes.
Do you work a job for money?
I?
Yeah.
No.
Does your wife?
Yes.
She does. Does your wife go to work to make money and you study Torah?
Where are you?
Tyler, good to meet you. I'm just doing a YouTube video about this place. I find it
I
fascinating.
don't have time. I have to go.
But where are you going if you don't work?
I study.
Do you study? And does your wife work? What industry does she work in? Teaching, education,
Teaching.
children? And how do you afford the kids if you don't work?
My wife.
Your wife? Okay, thank you. Sounds like a great setup. Damn, I might have to get in on that. Excuse me.
And again, we all know in a black household that is not acceptable. The government does not accept that. The wife can receive, welfare, may even have a job, but if she's receiving welfare, the guy can't be there. The man, the father, cannot be there.
Excuse me. What do women work at here? What jobs do women work in here? Is it mostly childcare? Okay, cold shoulder. Do you work a job as well as raise the kids? Do the women raise the kids in? Okay, tough to talk to the women out here. How do people afford to have families? So like as you raise baby, do you also go to work at some point? What do you do for work? Do you study the Torah for a living? Do you study the Torah? Do you work a job? No? Does your wife work a job? Are you a student? Do you work? Are you a student? Man, I can't do this anymore. Question for you. Do you study Torah? Do you study the Torah? Excuse me, sir. Do you study the Torah? Hey. Oh, you speak on his behalf? How do you know that? Get on out of here. He said he doesn't want to give an interview. How would he know? Do they communicate telepathically via hive mind? Hi. Tyler, yes.
Well, one thing's for sure, they work together. They keep the same excuse. They keep the same script. Anything they talk about, it's all on the same level. None of it varies. You know what I mean? They work together. You got to give them that. And it's probably why you see them, getting along as well as most of them do. They work together.
How are you, my friend? How are you doing? Yes.
Wow.
How are you? You want to say hi?
Independent journalist.
Yes.
Lucy, you want to say hi?
No.
Okay. How are you doing?
Hey, shit, this office.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about this place?
Sure, we go up here.
Okay.
It's a very nice place.
Yeah, and it's mostly Hasidic Jews?
Yes,
Okay.
it's only Hasidic Jews.
And it's one of the most biggest growing towns,
big
right? By
growing
percentage?
town. It's the biggest in the
Big families, too.
Big families, right?
How do people afford to have such big families out here?
It's. I'm not saying anything.
What do you mean? How do they have such big families?
We believe in God, that
Believe in God?
created that.
Okay. Hey, thanks for saying hi, my friend.
I don't know who you are.
My name's Tyler Oliveira.
I don't talk to a suspicious person.
How am I suspicious?
I don't know who you are.
Damn, ouch, that hurt my feelings. Do you study Torah? Or do you work a job or own business?
Everybody here works a job.
Well, that's not true. What's up?
They have Torah and they work.
That's not true. That's a lie. That's not true.
Suspicious person.
That's not true. I've talked to people. They said some of them just study the Torah. They told me themselves.
Well,
So who's the liar? I understand that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know who you are.
I'm just asking questions. How many children do you have?
You work for Hamas?
What? I'm a journalist. I'm just exploring. YouTube vlogger. I don't work for Hamas. He said, do you work for Hamas? What? Okay, so this is the most beautiful $10 million synagogue right here. It is quite nice. Let's see if anyone wants to talk.
$10 million synagogue in an area where it is 40 to 60% impoverished. Most of the men don't work. All right. Most of the women don't work. The men study the Torah. So where's this money coming from? Where does it come from? You imagine that they would be quick to say donations, support, things of that nature. But just, come on, it just doesn't sound right.
Look, are most people here rabbis? 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 Are you guys rabbis?
No.
Okay. Do most of them work as... Yes, hello. I'm asking men what they do for a living out here. Are most people here...
What number?
Oh, just my name, Tyler. I'm just asking Hasidic Jews out here because I know
No. Not for you.
What do you mean?
People are not gonna answer you because
What do most men do here for work? Is it they study the Torah?
no, most people are working in Amazon like this.
CNN? No, I just have a YouTube channel.
The mere presence of a goyim was sufficient to raise suspicion.
Question for you. What do most men do for work here? Are they rabbis? This is working? What do they do? Because I'm trying to talk to people, just figure out what the main industry is.
A lot of.
Can you give me some ideas?
Oh, go outside.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to talk to folks like you, how you make your money and afford to raise your families.
Rolls.
What?
54 rolls.
But then I finally met this guy who gave me some wisdom.
Help me out.
Everything people do.
What do you do for a living?
Billboards.
How long does the prayer last? And when do people go to work?
People go from 9 o'clock in the morning, from 6 o'clock in the morning until the night.
So how do they pay their bills?
How they pay the bills? By working.
Well, when do they work if they're praying all day?
They're not praying all day. So you have a lot of people coming in the morning and going into work, then coming back to pray. You have a lot of people coming in the morning to pray. They have people just waking up late.
I see.
From
Okay.
having a big
Different
community.
So you own a billboard company?
Yes.
How do people afford to have like 10 kids out here?
The community is based on this. So
So is it wealthy members of the community give charity?
yes, mostly. That's the way.
Are most people on Medicaid, SNAP, EBT?
I figured that'd be the excuse, but it's kind of like leading. He was kind of like leading to get that answer, but in order to evade or deny, welfare addiction or fraud, allegedly, they say, oh, hey, donations,
See, let's be honest.
I don't know. I can't speak for other people.
What about you?
I'm not going to tell about myself.
Okay.
A lot of these folks have business there. Not all of them.
Okay.
Some of them.
But there's a lot of you guys, right?
Some of them are being supported by community members.
Okay. What's the big industry for women out here? Is it childcare? Because I notice Mexicans seem to work like retail, construction. Many men will tell me my wife works, but I do not.
That's not true.
That's what they told me, though. They themselves.
The first 2 years after they get married.
Okay.
Only the first 2 years.
Okay.
And then they go work. Most men.
Okay. All right. How many kids do you have? I'm going to guess you have 13. They all vote unanimously in favor for it. Look at this. There's a car accident every 5 seconds. Some of the driving out here is horrendous. It's truly terrible. What do the Jewish people here do for work, from what you've seen? Do they just pray or?
No. So, yes, they pray every single day and they work every single day after this matter.
After they pray, they go to work?
Yeah. They drive in a school bus and a transit bus.
Excuse me, gentlemen. What do you guys do for work here?
It's funny that all of the attitudes are the same. All of them act the same way. Suspicious. Here's an intruder. He's coming into our enclave, and he's asking these questions that could very well harm us. That could very well make the American people think something's not right over here. And in our village, in Kiryas Joel, it's funny.
Do you guys have like businesses, like work a job? Do you guys study Torah?
I have a job.
What do you do?
I'm in sales.
Are you lying to me? Just the way you looked at him, I'm just like, what? Is it just ink? What do you do?
I'm in sales.
What do you sell?
Food.
Why do you keep looking at him? Okay. What food do you sell?
Chocolates.
What? I feel like I'm getting bamboozled right here. I don't understand the look back there. Do most women raise their households and then they work afterwards?
Some, not most.
Some. Okay. Like what percentage? Half?
Maybe half.
Maybe half?
Usually when they study, they do just that.
Okay.
And you notice the look about when they're talking to make sure who's, to see who's watching them, almost like it's a secretive society, almost cult-like.
Want to work, study in the morning and late afternoon. In the evening.
To be fair, I have seen people who work bus driver jobs, some people doing something in the shop, sort of managing the shop. The construction and hard labor seems to be exclusively executed by the Mexicans. Excuse me, miss. Do women work and raise the kids out here? Do the men work or do they study the Torah? The sheer density of minivans out here is a phenomenon in and of itself. Excuse me. What do you do for a living? Okay. What do you do for work? What do you do for a living, sir? Tough scene. Excuse me. What do you do for a living? Excuse me. What do you do for work?
I student.
You're a student. You're old, though.
I follow you on YouTube.
There we go. So you got to answer this puzzle for me then. What do people do for work out here?
We do construction, we do everything.
Do people spend hours praying in the synagogue and then they work afterwards?
Yeah.
Do the women raise the kids and that's all they do, or do they work as well?
They work as well. The men also raise their kids.
Wow.
We just don't bother nobody. Whatever normal people is doing, we're doing.
Okay.
But we're doing it mostly in the kosher way. Instead of selling to general supermarkets.
I see.
For example, I'm in the kosher food. I sell for kosher supermarkets.
What I'm hearing is they'll gladly take money out of the American tax base to support their lifestyle.
That part. Okay, that part. Now, any other demographic, especially blacks, are to do that, then all hell will break out. You know, it's just the reality.
And if they do start a business, it'll most likely accommodate and service Jews.
We don't bother nobody. We don't kill.
This is true. No violence out here.
No violence.
No drugs.
No drugs. No stealing. No raping. No nothing.
I've only seen bad drivers, though.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because we have so much. We have like 10 children. We're all too busy. That's why we were upset by driving. We're getting nervous. That's the biggest violence you'll find by us. One day a year, it's called TORAH.
Party.
We dance, people getting drunk. And the biggest good thing about that we're giving donations for other people.
Oh, that's right.
Do you know how much money goes out in this village?
I'm going to guess millions.
Millions? Yeah. And that's without being so polite, keeping open the doors. That's a thing
Some
on
Gentile behavior.
Yeah, right. No, not Gentile.
But
you're not going, Shakasi.
I'm going.
No, you're not going. You're a Yid. Going back, you're a Yid.
Okay.
Are you a Yid?
I'm Goyim.
Can you show me your license?
I know that you guys don't support Zionism, or you guys don't support the Jewish state until the Messiah is here, right?
Exactly. They are not the Jewish people. They are not us, and we are not them. They are not Jewish at all. The state of Israel is a secular state, same as Japanese, but they call themselves Jewish people. They don't obey no laws. They're taking out kids from the yeshiva, sending them to draft to army to fight Hamas, which they create the problem. If they would listen to the Torah, the whole war wouldn't be.
I have to say that was the most honest answer I've heard any of the Yiddish that he's interviewed thus far, spoken. Come on, he's saying, hey man, Zionists are not really Jews, or those who are in, over there in Israel aren't real Jews. You know what? I'm kind of confused. Aren't they the same? I get the, Hasidic, sector, sect, and then there are others, but aren't they the same people? Didn't they all come from the same place, So if them over there in Israel, he's professing not to be Jews, what does that make them? Because they also profess to be Jews. It's crazy.
How do people afford to have so many kids here?
They don't afford, we help each other. We open 2 groceries called Maitiv. We're giving them 50% discount. Just giving you one example.
Yeah, I could get a discount too?
Yes, because the store is officially made for everybody.
The one thing I am curious about though is the welfare use.
Both the federal or whatever the state, they're both spending equals money for other people. The only difference is over here, the money is being spent for us and our mouth to eat. And in Bronx, it's being spent for the NYPD to fight.
Are you on welfare?
No.
Do you know anyone on welfare here?
I won't comment on that question.
Come on.
How should I answer the
You own a shop. You own a supermarket, basically. So you would know. Give me a rough estimate if you can.
No.
Why not?
I'm not.
Why? Why? Why is that the stickler?
Because I can't answer you as simple.
You can give me a rough estimate though, just ballpark.
What do you think? And
I'm gonna guess 33%.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's probably about on average throughout the.
Well, 32% of those in Kiryas Joel on welfare. At least that's from, a citizen of the village. At least that's what he says. An entrepreneur as well, He owns a supermarket. So he's saying maybe 30%. So it's probably more who are on welfare, And again, I think the question is that an addiction for them over there? Do they exploit the system, the welfare system, to do what it is they want to do, receive money from the government, taxpayers' money to live the lifestyle they live, Let the interviewer, Tyler, tell it, most of what he see going on in terms of construction, because I've noticed all kind of new buildings being built. Most of those laborers, if not all of them, are Mexicans or Hispanic, So it's a lot to be said, in terms of what's really going on in the country and how other demographics receive assistance, unfettered, without constraint or restraint, while others are, they're being barred or banned from receiving, not just welfare, but certain amounts of it, you know. It's a lot to think about. And in fact, this is a large piece. So this is just part one of this piece. I will be doing part two momentarily. You guys will get that part two, which is coming up next. Again, this is in regards to are the people of Kiryas Joel, all right, addicted to welfare. Part two, we're going to talk about, or it's going to talk about the content. Who runs the school district? You guys are going to be surprised to find out who's running the school district, and not only who runs the school district, but who are the students in the school district. It's going to shock you. All right. It's going to shock you a great deal. That being said, please like, share, follow, subscribe, and comment to this piece. Let us know what you think about this piece. Let us know if you think what we've exposed or what's been exposed so far, you know, in Kiryas Joel is something that we see all over the country. Do other demographics, do other ethnic groups receive the same type of assistance without being without the scrutiny? It seems that there's not much scrutiny going on here, that someone is not mining the books, you know. But yeah, give us your comments, all right, and we would appreciate your participation in this. So again, thank you for your viewership. Take care of yourselves and each other.
You can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.